Hello, hello. My name is Kristi. I am the Twisted Elemental. I am coming to you today to do a collective tarot reading for whoever needs to hear it. So I'm trusting if the title brought you in that there's a message here for you. So let's get started. Calling on Spirit and all my sacred guides to help me discern true and accurate messages for whoever needs to hear them today. I will accept messages only of the highest white light of truth and for the greater good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I'm going to use some oracle decks here to get the energies that we're reading on today. All right. What are we reading about today, please? What's the message? Yeah, falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. Ouch. Card 19. This is the 10. That's telling me that there's an end of something and a start of something new. This card is spiritual narcolepsy. This is saying someone's falling asleep at the wheel here. They're neglecting their spiritual self. Interesting. I have gathering around the power of community underneath, and that's card 26. Breaks down to an 8. That's prosperity. I want to say that by surrounding yourself with some new communities, maybe some new spiritual communities, might help break you out of the spiritual narcolepsy. Surrounding yourself with the right people. Very interesting. All right, let's get Spirit of the Wheel, please. What else do we need to know here, please? Power of community. So my initial reaction was maybe getting into some new spiritual communities to help break you out of neglecting your spiritual side here. But this can also be that you need to create a new community for yourself so you can find your tribe, essentially. There's definitely needs to be exploring some new communities here. Maybe you should be doing some writing also, so you can lay out what really your spiritual beliefs are. And that way, when you write them out and you be like, yes, I do believe this, no, I don't, then you know where to focus. Interesting. Okay. Give me more, please. Card 30, renewal, spirit path of the north, spiritual progress, success, and hope. Look at that. Do you see this? Spiritual progress. We're going from spiritual narcolepsy, the fallen angel, to spiritual progress, success, and hope. Again, this comes with possibly surrounding yourself with the right people here. Wow. I have on the bottom, freeze up moon, identity, self-discovery, and vulnerability. Yeah, this was exactly what I was just saying. Again, this is 26. We've got two 26s here. That's 8, 8. Very prosperous. This idea of... I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. This idea of, again, like I said a few minutes ago, writing, really laying down the groundwork of what your belief system is. Spiritual identity. Or I said spiritual identity. This card does not say spiritual identity, but it has spiritual progress, spiritual narcolepsy, identity, self-discovery, vulnerability, freeze up moon. So there's like a thawing of yourself here. Maybe you've had a recent awakening, and maybe you don't quite understand or feel like you know where you fit in right now. I can definitely relate to this. I started going through my spiritual awakening in 2017, and I've had several revelations and awakenings since then. And most recently, I found myself feeling like I don't fit in with the community I've surrounded myself with, even though that community has changed. Very interesting. Okay. I'm going to lay out the spread here. We're going to try and bring this energy down into the tarot reading to what's really going on here. What's the lesson in this for us? The blessing that comes from learning the lesson. The challenge we need to overcome to learn the lesson, and the advice from Spirit, and we'll clarify all of it. I'm getting this renewal spirit path of the north here, the 30 card, that spiritual progress, the success, the hope. This imagery keeps coming up for me lately of the following your North Star. It's the path of the north. That's how you make your spiritual progress and get success with that. Also, again, fully clarifying your own identity here, being vulnerable with yourself and others to say, hey, this is who I am. And when you do that, when you stand in your full power of, hey, this is who I am, this is what I believe, the people that aren't right in your community are going to fall off, or they're just going to let themselves be known. And, you'll probably gravitate away from each other as you gravitate towards the people who, are really on your level. Spiritual narcolepsy. You might have taken a recent step off your spiritual path. And this awakening, this spiritual progress is bringing you back. Two more shuffles here. Wow. Well, the all-over identity. There's something about how you identify here in your spirituality. The all-over energy for this reading is the Queen of Swords, who is the Queen of Discernment, right? You can even see here, she has her monocle spyglass here, where she can see. She's the Queen of setting boundaries, and of making sure that she weeds the people out of her life who don't live up to her boundaries, who want to cross her boundaries. She won't let it. She will listen to someone, but as soon as she hears the falseness, out with the sword and cuts the head off. This is somebody who stands up for their own values. I have Justice underneath. Again, she has the sword here. And the scales. This is somebody definitely standing in their truth, standing for what they believe in. Interesting. Tell me what's going on here, please. The Sun. This is the happiest card in the deck, right? But more often than not, this means illumination. Something's being illuminated for you, and it has to do with your spirituality and with the people you surround yourself with. and whether you're living up to your own potential. There's definitely, in so doing this, in having things illuminated for us, that is absolute growth. Tell us about the lesson here, please. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So the Ace of Pentacles is a card of absolute new beginnings. It's new potential. It talks about fiery passion. It's a passionate new beginning. You can see this is like new growth. But look how deep this goes. I want to say, in this being your lesson, I want to say this is you figuring out where your passion lies. This is most definitely connected to your spirituality. Like someone who is truly spiritual and knows what they believe. That's why I'm saying write this down. What are your beliefs? Even write down things you're not sure about and then really see how you fit in and identify with those things. Why do you believe this? Why don't you believe this? This is somebody figuring out their own passion and following that passion towards their new beginning. What is it that you really want? What is it that you really believe? What really gets you going? Wow. Tell me about the blessing, please. Four of Cups. Now, I'm going to say it plain out. The Four of Cups has to be my least favorite card because it plagues me. It's a sense of kind of being let down in love or in relations, of feeling on the outside, of feeling like things don't measure up. I mean, she's in this cloud. Look at this. She's in this cloud where everything else around her is lit up, but she is clouded. This blessing is saying something that maybe you wanted that didn't work out or wasn't what you expected was a blessing. And having this be in the space of blessing means that you're going to understand that completely. Something that didn't work out or that didn't bear fruit, you're going to understand that it was a blessing for you. Something didn't work out because it wasn't meant to. It's not your path. What's the challenge here, please? Five of Cups. Ooh, big challenge. Not being brokenhearted anymore. Five of Cups is about it's about being sad for the things we've lost and not recognizing what we still hold. Now, this is in the challenge position, so it can be in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse is a great card. That means you're coming back from that. You're no longer looking at what was lost. You're recognizing, you're letting go of what was lost and seeing what still stands for you, what is still there, what is your blessing. But it's a challenge. So the challenge is overcoming some sadness of the past. And I want to say it was from whatever this thing was that didn't work out. When you do this, when you overcome this challenge, and you will, by the way, that's when you understand, oh, that's why it wasn't for me. Tell me about the advice, please. The Magician. Well, that is great advice. Barry Virgo energy. This is about manifesting your desires, or having the capability and everything you require in order to manifest the life you want. And I want to say the reason why you're going through all this, most especially having the lesson be what you're passionate about, truly passionate about, is so that you can manifest from a full place in your heart, knowing without doubt that what you are manifesting is meant for you. Sometimes we think we want things and we manifest, and they come in, either they don't come in and we're like, why didn't that happen? Or they do come in and we're like, whoa, this isn't what I thought it would be. And it might be because we really didn't know what we wanted to begin with. This is saying manifesting from a very powerful place of truth, standing in your own truth and balance. We have the Nine of Cups underneath this, of knowing exactly what your wish fulfillment is, knowing it. Ooh, boy. All right, let's clarify. I need a sip of tea. Sip of tea so I can give the tea. Oh, that was my coaster. Okay. All right. The current situation is the sun. Tell me about this sun. What is being illuminated here? Tell me about the sun, please, for the current situation. The Knight of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. Something faded. Knight of Wands is it's a passionate energy. It's a young energy. It's kind of foolish. The Knight of Wands is, I mean, it's a younger person. It's somebody, like, he's got the rose there and his hair's on fire and he's got his wand. It's somebody who doesn't have a lot of staying power always. It's somebody very passionate, right? But it can be someone who comes and goes. But there's something fated to this Knight of Wands. Something's being illuminated about this Knight of Wands. Give me a... Can I get a word to describe this Knight of Wands, please? What's being illuminated about this Knight of Wands? Mysticism. Interesting. Maybe this is about your community. Oops, excuse me. I just didn't mean to move that. Mysticism. The Knight of Wands. Somebody could be attracted to your mysticism, or this could be someone else's mysticism is being illuminated. Possibly you're the Knight of Wands and that your own mysticism is being illuminated. We are talking about your spirituality and somebody who's been spiritually narcoleptic, but yet is coming out of that and growing, figuring out what their own identity is here. Interesting. That Ace of Cups. The Star. Ace of Cups is new love. It can be a new way of loving yourself also. I mean, all love stems with self-love. You can only love someone else to the length and depth that you are willing to love your own self. So that's where it all starts. Oh, but this is passion and love, mysticism. I want to say you're figuring out. I mean, all right, if I was going to say somebody that one of the knights was spiritually narcoleptic, I would say it could possibly be the Knight of Wands. They might talk a good game, but they might not live the talk or walk the walk. So maybe you're figuring out, I want to say something's being illuminated about your own self here, and it's healing something for you. But it's showing you love. It's showing you what you love. And we've got these new aces here, this new beginning, something in this mysticism. One more card, please. There's something about a new love. And I want to say it has something to do with your spirituality. This could be a new spiritual person coming into your life that buds a romance. is we are the power of community here, gathering around, coming out of our spiritual narcolepsy. I mean, I would argue that the most potent aspect of spirituality would be the love, right? I mean, it teaches us how to love ourselves, how to love others. Tell me about this sun, please. What's the current situation with the sun? Oh, hello. Oh, for the love of God. Are you serious? Twin flame. Telepathic, spiritual, magnetic, divine connection, strong soulmate. Interesting. So this is about a spiritual connection with a soulmate and the mysticism, right? This could be somebody that has been in and out. This is somebody who's definitely passionate, but there is love here. This is being illuminated to you. Interesting. And I'm sorry I reacted that way to this card, but I have to say that's one of my least favorite cards in this deck. I have I think that the twin flame community is very toxic for a lot of reasons. I think it puts horrible expectations onto people, and I think everyone, once they read about twin flames, thinks they have one. But I do believe that there are magnetic connections between people. The basic premise of the idea, I do believe there can be those types of connections between people, but the community and the hype around it drives me insane. I think it's very toxic. So that was my reaction to the card. But in all essence, I mean, we are talking about a very, very magnetic, strong soulmate here. Soulmate connection. It is spiritual. I mean, without doubt, the premise of twin flames are that they are a spiritual connection. Interesting. Okay. I have underneath, I have Ace of Air, mental clarity, breakthroughs, decisive action, epiphany, sudden truth. We now have 3 aces on the board. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords. Missing the Ace of Wands. No. We had that underneath, didn't we? Interesting. All right. Your lesson is the Ace of Pentacles. All right. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. Why is this the lesson? Six wands. 4 wands. That's 10 wands. This is receiving victory in a new beginning here. Like having your new beginning, understanding what you're passionate about here, and going towards it is your victory. If that involves union with somebody or a new living situation or like the 1111 happy home, that's a victory. This is also about being seen, the Six of Wands. And it is a celebration. Like, I want to say part of your lesson here is figuring out what you're passionate about, what it is that you want for your new beginning, and then fully celebrating that. Tell me about this 6 wands, please. In this lesson. Knight of Swords. We have the Five of Wands underneath. This is saying part of this lesson is about figuring out what it is that you want, right? What it is you're passionate about, celebrating it fully, and speaking it into existence. You need to go say it out loud to somebody. People might not want you to do this. There might be people around you who are very against whatever this is or whoever this is you're meant to go towards. This reading it's about spirituality, but it's about coming together with somebody here. It's about a spiritual union. There are people who don't want that, and you need to speak it out loud anyway. That's your victory. Something about this union might go against convention. Interesting. All right, the Four of Cups is a blessing. So this is about something that didn't turn out the way you thought it was going to. Something that was maybe a letdown, but it was a blessing. Tell me about this Four of Cups. Why is it the blessing? Also, part of this lesson with needing to speak it out loud, this is somebody who rushes in and says what they need to say. Your advice is to manifest. And one of the part of manifesting is saying it out loud. This is a card of Mercury, right? The Magician is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. And it is about communication. So very much a part of your advice here is to speak what you want out loud. Okay. Four of Cups, please. Why is this the blessing? Oh, hello. I have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So this is about a love situation that didn't work out. Somebody didn't feel the same way you felt, or somebody didn't offer the love you wanted, or, I mean, the Queen of Cups in reverse can actually be somebody quite toxic. This is somebody who uses love to their advantage. They might use the word love, but they probably don't feel it. This is somebody who lies about things, who is dishonest about their feelings for you, which would be quite painful and would be not what you expect, but it would be a blessing if in this situation it didn't work out. This is not somebody who can meet you on a level that you're meant to be on. This is not somebody who feels a full cup of love. I would argue this is somebody who has a problem feeling in general. Yeah, I have the I have the 5 cups, and underneath that I have the 2 cups. This is a true love situation, or we thought it was a true love situation. It did not work out. Again, this 5 cups, which is your challenge, right? It was this somebody who broke your heart, who made you feel like, who has left you only being able to see what it is you didn't want. Didn't work out for a reason. That person wasn't your person. Tell me about this Queen of Cups in reverse and the blessing here. Queen of Pentacles. With the 4 of Wands. This did not work out because you're meant to go towards somebody else. There's a Queen of Pentacles out here for you. With the 4 Wands, this is the 11-11. Again, the 11-11 union card. The happy home with the Queen of Pentacles. That's why this was a blessing, because your person is actually somebody else. The Queen of Pentacles is a beautiful energy, most specifically in the upright. I mean, if that were also in reverse, it would be someone who's petty and narcissistic. But it's not. It is fully in the upright. And the Queen of Pentacles in the upright is prosperous and abundant and lit. She's a good parent, a good partner. You see her here with her familiar. And that, look at how abundant she is. Beautiful. Okay. Your challenge is overcoming your heartache here. Overcoming the loss of this person. Or maybe a string of these people. Whatever your dating history or marriage history or life history has been. I understand the spiritual narcolepsy now, because anyone involved with a woman like this would have to put their feelings away. And I don't think you could be spiritual and be with somebody with a Queen of Cups in reverse. It's just not a good person. All right. 5 of Cups is your challenge. Tell me about the challenge, please. Why is the 5 of Cups the challenge? Ten Wands and the King of Swords. So this 5 of Cups, that is your challenge. First, I want you to look on this card, right? We have this is what's been lost. And she's looking at it. That's all she can see. She's standing in the grief. Like, the water is the emotion. That's the grief. She's holding the staff here that still has all this new growth, but she can't see it because all she can see is what's floating away here, right? This is saying the idea here that how you overcome this grief challenge is by dropping that burden and standing in your truth. The King of Swords is somebody, some people can say he's cold because he's not super emotional, but he knows exactly how he feels. He's just not letting his emotions ping him. The King of Swords is somebody standing in their truth and integrity, right? So when you stand in your truth and integrity and say, this is what I know that I want, and make that list again, even with your spiritual community that you might want, make the list about this person. What is it you're looking for in a person? And does this person, what are their qualities that match that? Stand in your truth and integrity with that. And then you drop the burden of what isn't it. This is also acknowledging that is super easy for me to say, but not easy to do. Dropping burdens are hard. It's not an easy thing. Look at the load that this guy's carrying, right? It is time to drop the load. Yeah, again, I end up with the 5 of Cups on the bottom here. 5 of Cups. It is time to drop that burden. You need to stand in your truth here. Focusing on the things that have lost, the things that didn't happen aren't going to help you. There's a need to look at what is still standing. If you have lost this and you can honestly say what it is that you want, what you're looking for, and that person was clearly not it, the beautiful part is that now that you know what you want, you can get that. That's half the battle, is knowing what it is that we want. All right, you're being asked to manifest exactly what you want, even speaking it into existence. Tell me more about this advice to manifest here with the Magician. Tell me about the advice with the Magician, please. Seven Swords. This is telling you need to manifest strategically. Seven of Swords is like, it's my liar, cheater, stealer card, but I don't think that's your advice. The other interpretation of the Seven of Swords is to be strategic in how you do something. And apparently there's a need to be strategic. And I'm not going to lie, if you're dealing with a Queen of Cups in reverse, you might need to be strategic. This is somebody who doesn't play fairly. I have the Star underneath. This is a sense of healing and wish. This is saying it's a card of hope and faith and making a sincere wish and healing through that. This is saying go after what you want. Follow that North Star, right? Be strategic with how you manifest what it is you truly want. Why is the Seven of Swords advice here, please? How does this person need to be strategic? By not letting your fear, don't manifest with your fears. Nine of Swords is loss of sleep. It's replaying conversations over and over. I mean, just look at this. This is like absolute fear. You cannot manifest from a place of this. And I want to say this is, if you were dealing with the Queen of Cups in reverse, you are absolutely dealing with a liar, without doubt. Okay? This is saying do not manifest from from a place of what you don't want, from a place of what you fear. If you manifest from what you don't want, all you're going to do is reiterate to the universe what you don't want, and that's what's going to come in for you. If you keep saying, I don't want a dog, I don't want a dog, I don't want a dog, guess what? You're getting a dog because you keep saying dog. You have to manifest from a place of what you do want, not what you don't. Interesting. And you have a new perspective on here. This is also about needing to have sacrifice something. I want to say this is sacrificing your fears and worry. Getting a new perspective, again, on what it is you do want. Sacrificing the fears and worries, being strategic, and manifesting exactly what you want from a place of positive energy, not negative energy. Wow. I'm going to get some advice for you, but I want to grab a different deck. I didn't realize this was going to be this type of reading. So I want to get some Romance Angel cards. All right, what's the Romance Angel here? What do we need to know? Separation. All right, so separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay? So I would say this makes sense here. Like this whole reading, the whole energy is you being very discerning about what's going on around you within your community, within your relationships, right? This is setting some really good boundaries, and people who cross your boundaries, cutting them out. I would argue that a Queen of Cups in reverse, it would be impossible for her not to cross your boundaries. It's not someone who respects boundaries at all. So there is some separation coming your way. But I would say it is separation guided by yourself. What do you have here? Attraction. Oh, we come right back to your lesson here. This Ace of Pentacles, right? You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Right? Knowing exactly what it is that you're passionate about and what you want, and manifesting from a place of that, not fears in what you are trying to leave behind. Interesting. I have underneath here, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. That's beautiful. All right. Use the angel deck here. Okay. What's the advice here? That's a lot of cards. Just one, please. Thank you. Look at this. Card 41. Your loved ones are safe. If you need to hear this, your loved ones are safe. Let go of your fear and worry for your loved ones. I am looking after them. It's time to let go of your fear. You are safe. Your loved ones are safe. Everything's going to be okay. Says, get your power back. Card 13. You have oh man, this is the spiritual narcolepsy. I'm telling you. You have forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine, so take back your power. Wow. One last, we're going to get an animal advice, and then we will call this a close. Whoever this is, I think you have some decisions that are going to need to be made coming up, but you know, you're not alone in this. Surround yourself with good community. And trust yourself. You're making beautiful progress here. What's the animal advice, please? Thank you. We have Beaver, balance. You're being told that hard work is important, but so is quality time with your loved ones. The balance between work, play, and family and career must be maintained for overall wholeness and success. So there you have it. Spending good quality time with your family who are safe is the best medicine for you right now. All right, I'm sending so much light and love. I want you to remember to stay blessed, please. Thank you.